Trump's mass deportation plan has reached its peak, and ICE is now operating like a military force with one mission: arrest as many people as they can and as fast as possible. But what most people don't realize is that there are legal steps that you could take right now before ICE finds you that could be the difference between immediate deportation and staying with your family. My name is Jayson DiMaria, the DiMaria Law Firm, and I've been working for the past 20 years to keep families together. What I'm seeing right now is unprecedented. ICE is conducting what they call surge operations, massive coordinated raids designed to overwhelm the immigration court system and process deportations faster than ever before. The numbers are staggering. ICE arrests have increased by 400% in the last 2 months. They're arresting over 1,500 people per day nationwide. But here's what's even more alarming. They're transferring detainees across the country immediately after their arrest, making it nearly impossible for families to find their loved ones or get any type of immigration help. But there's something ICE doesn't want you to know. There are legal documents that you could prepare right now while you're still free that can stop your deportation even after you're arrested. Most people don't know these options exist until it's too late. ICE's new strategy is called fast-track deportation. Here's how it works. They arrest you, immediately transfer you to a detention facility hundreds or thousands of miles away from your family, and try to deport you before you could get a lawyer or file any legal papers. They basically want you to sign paperwork to sign your own deportation. I had a client who was arrested in New Jersey on a Monday morning. By Wednesday, ICE had transferred him to a detention center in Louisiana. By Friday, they were trying to put him on a plane to Guatemala. His family had no idea where he was for 4 days. This is happening everywhere. People arrested in New York are being sent to Texas. People arrested in California are being sent to Georgia. The goal is to separate you from your whole support system and rush your deportation before you could ever fight back. But there's a legal strategy that can stop this process in its tracks. It's something most immigration lawyers don't even know about, but it's one of the most powerful tools we have to protect from immediate deportation. It's called a stay of removal, and it's a legal document that we could prepare and file right as soon as ICE were to get someone. Think of it like legal insurance. If you're arrested, it's a document that automatically kicks in and stops your deportation while we fight the case. Most people wait until they're arrested to start thinking about that type of legal help. By then, it's often too late. This is especially for people who already have an order of deportation. We could have this document prepared before get arrested by ICE. By then, because once they get arrested by ICE, it's often too late. ICE moves so fast now that by the time you find a lawyer, you could already be on a plane back to your home country. Some people say things, put them in jeopardy, and they're gone. I've actually seen people actually get deported within a week. But if we prepare your stay of removal in advance, the moment ICE arrests you, we can activate legal protections that force them to stop the deportation process and gives us time to fight for you. But a stay of removal is just the first step. There's another critical document that every undocumented person needs to have prepared right now. And it could save your family from financial ruin if you're arrested. The second thing you must do is prepare a power of attorney document. This isn't just a legal representation. This is about protecting your family's survival when ICE tears your family apart and everything you've built. When ICE arrests you, they don't care about your responsibilities. They don't care that you have to pay bills, you have a business to run, you have children who depend on you. They arrest you and they leave your family to figure all of that out, how to survive without you. The power of attorney allows someone you trust to handle your affairs while you're detained. They can access your bank accounts to pay bills. They can make decisions about your business. Then they could handle your children's school and medical needs. But without this document completed, your family could lose everything while you're fighting your deportation case and they're trying to figure everything out. I've seen families have to figure everything out and almost lose a lot because they didn't have a power of attorney prepared before the arrest. But not any power of attorney is gonna work because ICE detention creates unique legal challenges that require specific language in your power of attorney. The standard power of attorney that you get online or from a regular lawyer who don't really know your situation is gonna be dangerous. You need to get something specific for your immigration situation that immigration attorneys could help you to prepare, especially for people who are detained in a detention center. For example, your power of attorney needs to specifically authorize someone to hire and fire lawyers on your behalf. Why? Because ICE might transfer you to a detention center where your current lawyer can't represent you, and you'll need to hire someone else quickly because that lawyer doesn't handle cases where you are. Your power of attorney also needs to include provisions for emergency medical decisions because ICE detention facilities may be limited for your care But if someone needs to make decisions on your behalf, ICE needs to know who to contact in the case of a major emergency. Most importantly, your power of attorney needs to include specific language about immigration bonds and detention decisions, because these unique situations that standard power of attorneys don't cover can come up. There are other types of power of attorneys that we could handle that will cover everything. But even with a stay of removal and the power of attorney, there's still one more critical step that most people overlook. And it's the step that determines whether your family can find you after you're arrested. You need to create what I call a detention communication plan. It's a system that ensures your family can locate you, communicate with you, no matter where ICE transfers you. Here's the problem. When ICE arrests you, they don't tell your family, here's exactly where we're taking you. Sometimes that decision is not made till later. They don't tell them if they're gonna transfer you. You might not be able to make the phone call for a couple of days. So during that time, ICE could be processing your deportation. I had a client just recently who was arrested by ICE. We filed a bail motion. He was transferred to another state over a 30-hour period. So nobody knew where he was for almost 2 days. Your detention communication plan should include a primary contact person who knows to call our office immediately if you're arrested. A list of all possible detention facilities, where you might be sent, and the communication schedule so your family knows when to expect to hear from you. We also set up a system where our office is automatically notified if you're entered into the ICE detention system anywhere in the country. So once someone's detained, we'll get notified when ICE moves them anywhere within the country. This way we could start working on the case immediately, even if your family doesn't know where you are yet. Our goal is always to try to file a bail motion within the same day of getting hired. But preparing these documents is only half the battle. The other half is making sure they're prepared correctly and filed properly, because one mistake could make them worthless when you need them the most. Power of attorneys are very important to be filled out correctly. Listen, ICE is moving faster than ever before. If this video is helping you to understand how to protect your family, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any updates on what's happening with immigration. Every day you wait to prepare these documents is another day you're vulnerable to immediate deportation. Don't wait until ICE is at your door to think about legal protection. Call our office right now, 973-934-5854. We could prepare a stay of removal and a power of attorney document immediately. These documents could save your family from financial ruin and keep you from being deported before you can fight your case. So call now, 973-934-5854. Now that you understand what documents you need, let me explain exactly how we prepare them and why having them ready before an ICE encounter could save your life and your family's future. When we prepare your stay of removal, we're not just filling out forms. We're building a legal strategy that's tailored to your specific situation. We research your eligibility for different types of relief. Could be asylum, cancellation of removal, family-based petitions, U visas, VAWA protection. Then we prepare legal arguments for why you should not be deported. We gather evidence of your ties to the United States, your family relationships, your employment history, your community involvement, and we document any hardship that your family would face if you were deported. So all of this goes into your stay of removal that we prepare in the event that you are to be arrested. So when ICE arrests you, we don't have to start from scratch. We already got a complete legal package ready to file immediately. The key is that we file the stay of removal as soon as you're arrested. This forces the immigration court to consider your case properly. But the stay of removal is just the beginning. Once we stop your immediate deportation, we need to start building your long-term case for staying in the United States permanently. While your stay of removal is protecting you from immediate deportation, we use that time to build the strongest possible case for your permanent legal status. This might involve applying for asylum, filing for cancellation of removal, or pursuing family-based petitions. The advantage of having prepared your case in advance is that we can move quickly. While other detainees are still trying to find lawyers and gather documents, we're already filing applications and presenting evidence to the court. I had a client whose stay of removal bought us 6 months to build his case. During that time, we were able to gather country condition evidence, prepare for his asylum case, get medical documentation of the torture that he had suffered in the past, and prepare witness testimony. So we were able to fight his case because we had that time. But without this pre-filled stay of removal, he would have been deported within weeks of his arrest, and we would never have had time to build his case. But even the best legal presentation won't help you if your family can't afford to keep fighting while you're detained. That's where the power of attorney becomes critical for your family's survival. The power of attorney we prepare for you isn't just the legal decision. It's about keeping your family financially stable while you're fighting deportation. Deportation cases could sometimes take months or even years, and your family needs to be able to survive during this time. With a properly prepared power of attorney, your designated person can keep your business running, they can pay your bills, they can handle your children's needs, they can make sure that your family doesn't lose everything while you're detained. I've seen families where the breadwinner was detained, and because they had a power of attorney prepared, and to keep the family business operating and continue supporting the children. Without that document, the family would have lost their home, income, and everything. The power of attorney also allows your designated person to make critical decisions about your legal case if you're transferred to a facility where communication is difficult. They can hire local attorneys, authorize legal expenses, they can make strategic decisions. See, Trump's deportation machine is operating at peak efficiency right now. They're designed to overwhelm you, separate you from your family, and deport you before you could even fight back. But you don't have to be a victim in this system. You could prepare, you could protect yourself, you could give your family the tools they need to survive and fight back. The difference between families that stay together and families that get torn apart isn't luck. It's preparation. It's having the right legal documents ready before you need them. It's having a plan before ICE shows up at your door. And we've been doing this for the past 20 years. We're different than a lot of lawyers who don't really know the immigration system, and they don't know how to properly prepare. I've been doing this every single day. And now that you know how to prepare for ICE encounters with a stay of removal and the power of attorney, there's a major court ruling that just happened that could completely change Trump's deportation strategy. And most people have no idea how this legal victory affects their safety and preparation plan. So check out my video where I break down exactly what this court decision means for your family's protection in the future. Because understanding legal developments could be the difference between being prepared for the fight, being prepared for the right threat, and being caught completely off guard.